I retired at 65 with $2.3 million in the bank, corner office, VP title, company car. My wife asked for a divorce 3 days later. Want to know what she said when I asked why? 6 words that destroyed me. I'll tell you what they were in a minute. But first, let me take you back to where it all started. 1987. That's when I got my first real job at Morrison & Fletcher. Junior analyst. Terrible pay. But I had a plan. See, I grew up poor. Like, really poor. Government cheese poor. My dad worked 3 jobs, and we still couldn't afford new shoes. I swore I'd never put my family through that. I swore my kids would have everything I didn't. So when Jennifer and I got married that same year, I made her a promise. I'm going to give you the life you deserve, whatever it takes. She smiled, said she believed in me, said we'd build something beautiful together. I believed her. I believed in us. The first few years weren't so bad. Yeah, I worked late sometimes, missed a few dinners. But Jennifer understood. She had to understand. We had a mortgage, bills. And in 1989, our first daughter Emma was born. That's when everything changed for me. The moment I held her in that hospital, I made another promise. A silent one. You'll never go without, ever. I started working harder. 50 hours a week became 60, then 70. I got promoted to senior analyst. The money got better. We moved to a bigger house. I was winning. But here's what nobody tells you about winning. Every level up is just a new starting line. In 1991, our son Michael was born. More responsibility, more pressure, more reasons to grind. I made manager that year. Had to travel now. Sales conferences in Dallas, client meetings in Chicago, strategy sessions in New York. Jennifer started making comments. You're never here. The kids miss you. When's the last time we had dinner together? I'd get defensive. I'm doing this for you, for them, so we can have nice things, so they can go to good schools. She'd go quiet. That scared me more than the arguments. But I couldn't stop. You know why? Because stopping felt like failing, and I'd promised I'd never fail them. Fast forward to 1995. Director level now, 6 figures. Emma's in private school. Michael's taking piano lessons. We take a vacation to Disney World. I spent most of it on my cell phone. I remember one moment. We're on Space Mountain. Emma's screaming with joy next to Jennifer. Michael's got his hands up. And I'm thinking about the Henderson account. Whether Martinez closed the deal, if the quarterly numbers would hit target. My son grabbed my hand after the ride. Dad, wasn't that awesome? I honestly couldn't remember the ride. I was there, but I wasn't there. Yeah, buddy, it was great. That should have been my wake-up call. It wasn't. Accelerating the narrative. The late 90 seconds were my golden years. VP at 35. Stock options. Profit sharing. We moved into a house with a pool. I bought Jennifer a Mercedes. Emma got into that prestigious prep school she wanted. I was crushing it. At least, that's what I told myself. The truth? I missed Emma's dance recitals, missed Michael's baseball games, missed anniversaries, birthdays, Christmas mornings where I'd show up late because I had to handle something quick at the office. Jennifer stopped complaining around 1999. At first, I thought that meant she understood, that she finally got it, that she saw I was building an empire for us. I was an idiot. She stopped complaining because she stopped expecting me to show up. She'd learned to live her life without me in it. But I was too blind to see it, too busy planning the next quarter. the next promotion, the next milestone that would finally make me feel like I'd done enough. There's this thing that happened in 2003 that I need to tell you about. It's going to sound small, stupid even, but it was the moment when I should have known. The moment that, looking back, told me exactly where this was all heading. But I'm going to come back to that. Because first, you need to understand how deep into the machine I was. By the mid-2000s, I was senior VP, C-suite meetings, board presentations, my name on the building directory. I'd reached heights my father couldn't have imagined. Emma graduated high school in 2007. I made it to the ceremony, showed up 20 minutes late, but I made it. I remember feeling proud of myself for that, for showing up to my daughter's graduation. That's how low the bar had gotten. She went to Stanford. I paid the full tuition without blinking. Money wasn't an object anymore. I'd won that game. She called home every week, never asked for me, always just, "Is Mom there?" Michael graduated in 2009. Different kid entirely. Quiet. Distant. He went to school on the East Coast. About as far from home as he could get while staying in the country. I told myself it was about the program, about the opportunities there. Deep down, I knew better. Remember that moment from 2003 I mentioned? Here it is. Jennifer asked me to go to couples counseling. Said she was feeling disconnected. Said she wanted us to work on being us again. I said no. Actually, I said, I don't have time for that right now. Big merger coming up. After this closes, we'll take a trip. Reconnect, I promise. She stared at me for a long time. Then she nodded. Okay. That trip never happened. The merger led to an integration. The integration led to a restructuring. The restructuring led to new opportunities. There was always something. And Jennifer? She stopped asking. The 2010s blurred together. Work, travel, conference calls, performance reviews, retirement planning. That last one started becoming real around 2018. I was 60. Jennifer was 59. Emma was married now, living in Seattle. I'd met her husband twice. Michael was in Boston, working in finance. Following in my footsteps, I like to say. He never called me. My plan was to retire at 65. I had it all mapped out. The financial advisor said we were set. More than set. We could travel, buy a vacation home, do all those things I'd been promising for 30 years. I actually got excited about it. Thought this was finally it. The payoff. The part where all the sacrifice would make sense. I'd tell Jennifer about my retirement plans, the places we'd go, things we'd finally do together. She'd smile. But the smile never reached her eyes. Building to the devastating moment, June 15th, 2024. My last day of work. They threw me a party, gave me a Rolex, made speeches about my dedication, my contributions, my legacy. 45 people showed up. Colleagues, clients. The CEO flew in from New York. Know who wasn't there? Jennifer, Emma, Michael. Jennifer said she had a doctor's appointment. Emma had work. Michael didn't respond to the invitation. I told myself it was fine. They'd celebrate with me at home. We'd have our own party. I drove home that day with a weird feeling in my chest. Not pride, not relief. Something else. Something that felt like standing at the edge of a very high cliff. I walked in the door at 3 p.m. First time I'd been home at 3 p.m. on a weekday in probably 25 years. Jennifer was sitting at the kitchen table, waiting. "We need to talk," she said. I sat down, made a joke about finally having time to talk. To really talk. She didn't laugh. "I want a divorce." The words didn't compute. like she was speaking a foreign language. I actually asked her to repeat it. I want a divorce. I'm filing next week. What? Why? We're finally here. I'm retired. We can finally do all the things we planned. The travel. She cut me off. And this is where she said it. The 6 words I promised to tell you. The 6 words that shattered 37 years of marriage and made me realize I'd built my entire life on a lie. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, I already lived my life without you. Let that sink in. I already lived my life without you. While I was building a career, she was building a life. Without me in it, she had friends I'd never met, hobbies I knew nothing about, a book club, a pottery class, a whole world that existed in the margins of my absence. She'd learned to be happy alone, and now that I was finally available, she didn't want me anymore. You were always going to be there tomorrow, she said. After the next deal, after the next promotion, after retirement, always tomorrow. So I stopped waiting. I lived my life, and I don't want to spend what's left of it pretending we're something we're not. I tried to argue, tried to explain, tried to promise I'd change. She just shook her head. You can't change the past, and I don't want to bet my future on promises you've been breaking for 30 years. We divorced. It took 8 months, civil, respectful, sad. I kept the house. She moved to Arizona, close to her sister. The sister whose name I couldn't remember half the time because I never paid attention. Emma called me after the divorce was final. We had coffee. She was kind, understanding. But when I tried to explain, tried to make her see I was doing it all for her, for them, she said something that broke me even more. Dad, I didn't need the big house. I didn't need private school. I needed you at my dance recital. I needed you to help me with homework. I needed a dad, not a bank account. Michael? I haven't spoken to him in a year. He sends a text on my birthday. That's it. I'm 65 years old. I have $2.3 million in the bank. A house with 4 bedrooms that echo with silence. A Rolex that reminds me of a career I can't even remember enjoying. And I have no one to share it with. Success without family doesn't feel empty. That's too gentle a word. It feels like a sickness, like something rotting inside you that you can't cut out, because it's everywhere, in everything. I worked 40 years, climbed every ladder, hit every goal, won every prize the corporate world could give me, and I regret every single minute I chose work over them. The painful wisdom. Here's what nobody tells you when you're grinding, when you're providing, when you're building that empire. Your kids won't remember the house. They'll remember that you weren't in it. Your wife won't remember the vacations you paid for. She'll remember the birthdays you missed. They won't care about your title, your salary, your legacy at work. They'll care that you weren't there, that you chose strangers over them, that you built a life they weren't actually part of. I thought time was infinite. I thought there'd always be tomorrow to make it right, to be present, to show up. But time isn't infinite, and tomorrow becomes next week, becomes next year, becomes never. If you're watching this and you're in your 30 seconds, your 40 seconds, working 70-hour weeks, telling yourself it's for them, please listen to me. It's not for them. It's for you, for your ego, for your fear, for your need to prove something to a world that doesn't actually care. Your kids are growing up right now, while you're in that meeting, while you're answering that email, while you're taking that call. Your partner is living their life right now, building it around your absence, learning not to need you. And one day, you'll come home expecting them to be there, grateful for all you provided, and they'll be gone. Not physically, maybe, but emotionally, they'll have moved on without you. I can't get those years back. Can't undo Emma's recitals I missed. Can't rewind Michael's baseball games. Can't replay the thousands of dinners Jennifer ate alone. I have money. I have security. I have a retirement that's comfortable by every financial measure. But I eat dinner alone. I sleep alone. I wake up alone. And I'd trade every dollar, every promotion, every success for one more chance to do it right. But I can't. That's not how life works. So I'm telling you now, before it's too late for you. Success without family doesn't just feel empty. It feels like dying slowly while you're still alive. Don't make my mistake. Don't wait for tomorrow. They won't.